to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Home visits and emergency services are also available. Call 448-0100, WhatsApp 276-5213, or visit any of their locations. Cross Street, Roseau, Pickard, Portsmouth, Marigot, or Grand Bay. Lafayette House Medical Laboratory. My choice, your choice, our choice.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the Dominica State College to welcome its new cohort of students tomorrow. In the news from the region, Kenyan police officer killed in Haiti accident. And internationally, India's Prime Minister describes talks with Russia's president as an insightful exchange. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
DBS News.
And welcome back. A special good evening to the listeners of Acoustic Worship Radio. First off, the Dominica State College is set to welcome its new cohort of students for the academic year 2025 to 2026 tomorrow. Over 400 students have enrolled for this new academic year. The officer in charge at the Dominica State College is Trudy Christian.
So on Tuesday, we kick off the week's activities with a welcoming ceremony for the new students. And we also are going to engage them in campus tours and in lots of seminars and informational sessions. And then on Tuesday, the parents will also get their chance to interact with the administration of the Dominica State College in our parents orientation session at 4:30 p.m. And then the week will continue for the new students with activities on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. The students will get to enroll in their classes. They will get to be exposed to the student activities or the student affairs options for them, so extracurricular options. They will also have a fun day on Friday where we have performances lined up for them as well as a general fundraiser. So it's meant to be a week of engagement for our new students. At the Dominica State College, we are pleased to report that we have accepted just about 450 students for the new academic year. And of course, we're still processing some late applicants, but we are on par with previous years and our numbers. We are expecting just under 500 to begin school with us in 2025.
And that was officer in charge at the Dominica State College, Trudy Christian. $45,000 in grant awards is available for local entrepreneurs as part of the GEMS Foundation's third annual Philip Nassif Entrepreneurship Challenge. Since its inception, the challenge has awarded a total of $90,000 to 6 entrepreneurs. Director of Entrepreneurship for the GEMS Foundation, Lizer Fabian, says the challenge has fueled growth that has led to enhanced operations, increased revenues, and improved efficiency for the winning businesses.
Today, we are delighted to launch the third annual Philip Nassif Entrepreneurship Challenge as we continue our mission to support entrepreneurs in Dominica and to strengthen their businesses within the hospitality and tourism supply chain. We are pleased to know that in just 2 years, this challenge has awarded 90,000 EC dollars to 6 entrepreneurs. It's 20,000 for the first place, 15,000 for the second place, and 10,000 for the third place. And this has fueled the growth of the businesses, ensuring that they could enhance their operations, they've increased their revenues, and they've also improved their efficiency. Now, this impact has gone further beyond just the 6 who've won the funds to those who've been shortlisted, who've also received mentorship. And the businesses have shared that this has sharpened their business strategies and also boosted their long-term sustainability. This year is no exception, and the challenge invites applicants from businesses within the hospitality and tourism supply chain in Dominica, including food and beverage, agro-processing, wellness, entertainment, transportation, technology, safety, marketing, and energy efficiency services. Similar to the previous years, the 3 winners will be awarded $45,000 EC dollars. That would be $20,000 for the first place, $15,000 for the second place, and $10,000 for the third place winners.
Fabian says interested entrepreneurs have until September 30th to apply for the funding.
This initiative is not just about funding, but is also about celebrating resilience, innovation, and determination among our Dominican businesses. I'm always delighted when I hear of the success stories, and it's a testament to the challenge role in building strong enterprises that will contribute to our economic development in Dominica. We're encouraging all suitable businesses to apply and to participate in this transformative experience. Applications are open from September 1st to the 30th of September. Following this, 7 finalists will be shortlisted to move to the Ultimate Pitching Challenge, which will be hosted on November 26th, where the winners will be announced live. The GEMS Foundation encourages all suitable and innovative Dominican businesses to apply and seize this opportunity for both financial and valuable mentorship support.
That was the Director of Entrepreneurship for the GEMS Foundation, Lizra Fabian. The Maho Police, in conjunction with the Major Crime Unit, have initiated an investigation into the death of 40-year-old Daniel John of Maho. He reportedly sustained a stab wound to the upper body on Thursday, August 28, 2025, and was admitted to the Alford ward of the Dominica Channel Friendship Hospital. He was then pronounced dead at 12:30 p.m. on Sunday, August 31, 2025. The authorities are actively conducting the necessary crime scene investigative procedures and are working to determine the circumstances surrounding Mr. John's death. Police say the investigation is ongoing. Still in the national focus, the 3 main trade unions in Dominica have reached agreements with government for a salary increase. The Public Service Union, Police Welfare Association, and the Dominica Association of Teachers agreed for an 8% salary increase over 3 years, plus several non-salary matters.
I also want to inform the nation that all 3 unions, that is the Public Service Union, the Police Welfare Association, and the Dominica Association of Teachers, have all concluded negotiations with the government of Dominica. I want to thank the union for the professional and respectful manner in which they engaged the Dominica negotiating team. I also want to thank the government's negotiating team for the respect that they've shown to the representatives of the union. But I will say, I believe on this occasion, the unions outdid the government negotiating team because the number of things that they got, I think the unions came very good this time, but it's all in good spirit in the effort to improving the condition of work and ensuring that we recognize the tremendous sacrifice and commitment of the public servants and police officers who carry the duties sometimes under trying and difficult circumstances. And of course, the Secretary of the Cabinet and the Chief Person Officer will share the details of this at some other time.
And that was the Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerritt. Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, Dr. Cassandra Williams, has announced that social services will be expanded to support the elderly in Dominica. This month has been designated as Elderly Awareness Month in Dominica. Dr. Williams emphasized that the government should not be the only caretakers of the elderly in the Dominican society.
The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services continues to invest in elder care. Through the Public Assistance Program, many of our seniors receive monthly financial support, helping them to meet daily needs. And through the Yes We Care program, support is provided to strengthen elder care services, ensuring better standards of safety, nutrition, and medical attention. With the Ministry of Health, we are expanding home visits, wellness programs, and screenings so that our elderly can enjoy longer, healthier lives. But caring for our elders is not the responsibility of government alone. It is the responsibility of families, communities, churches, and every citizen. Too often, elderly persons are left isolated or neglected. Too often, they are not given the respect and attention they deserve. We must do better. A nation is judged by how it treats its most vulnerable, and our elders, who once carried us, should never feel abandoned.
Williams urged every Dominican to participate in activities to observe Elderly Awareness Month.
Throughout this month, activities will be held across the island to celebrate, honor, and engage our elderly. From church services and community gatherings to wellness activities, cultural presentations, and intergenerational events, we will highlight their lives and encourage younger generations to learn from their wisdom. I encourage all Dominicans to take part, to visit an elderly neighbor, to spend time listening to their stories, and to show appreciation in meaningful ways.
And that was the Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, Dr. Cassandra Williams. A massive education campaign on voter confirmation is to get underway in Dominica today. Voter confirmation will begin on October 15 for 2025. Anthea Joseph is Dominica's Chief Election Officer.
This campaign will begin as of September 1st, 2025. So we want to alert the public that as of September 1st, 2025, that we will be engaging the public and the media more aggressively to release information concerning confirmation. We believe it is integral that the electors understand just what confirmation is. It is important for ensuring electoral integrity. We also want to allow people to get ready for this process with special consideration to those who may be on island from overseas. And we want them to use the opportunity while visiting during the Creole Festival, Independence season and the Christmas season. The first step is to dive into ensuring people understand the details of the process. We want to encourage persons to stay up to date with the information which will be disseminated to the public on a regular basis, as we mentioned, on our website, on the various media houses, the radio stations, and announcements will be made and information will be put out, and we will be doing that, on a regular basis.
And that was Dominica's Chief Election Officer, Anthea Joseph. Retired Police Superintendent Ainsworth Irish emphasized to young officers the importance of fairness and integrity in law enforcement. He praised the rise of community policing and highlighted the strength of collaboration between the force and the citizenry in maintaining public safety.
And then that's what I was telling some young officers when I met them on the beat. I said, officer, you have to do your job fairly and squarely. It's not a popularity contest. It's not an easy job. It will be very challenging, but always try to be honest. And the way forward is the community policing, which I'm happy that they take it on. I was once the first coordinator of community policing. I want to say that the police force has to work together with the community, and persons must understand that the police have a job to do and they must work together, and which is something I see that's coming on stream now. More and more the understanding is there, because the old heads, when we work, we mingled, we worked with the public and the community to make sure that everything can be in sync. But in Dominica, police solve at least, there's a 70% solvability factor. I can tell you that. When you look at Antigua, St. Lucia, St. Martin, all these countries, we have a good police service, and all we need to work with them.
And that was retired Police Superintendent Ainsworth Irish. He was speaking on the Discoveries program on DBS Radio last evening. Minister for Education Octavia Alfred has highlighted the importance of adult education in Dominica. In an address to mark Adult Education Month, the Education Minister said adult education has touched the lives of hundreds of Dominicans at various levels. Minister for Education Octavia Alfred.
This month provides us with the opportunities to reflect on how far we have come as a nation in creating inclusive spaces for learning, and to reaffirm our collective commitment to lifelong education as a driver of empowerment, resilience, and national progress. Across our 7 districts, the Adult Education Division continues to reach hundreds of citizens through literacy and academic upgrading program, electrical installation, cake making and decorating, auto mechanics, styling, woodwork, plumbing, welding, food preparation, garment production, and cosmetology skills, to name a few. The scope of our courses reflects the diverse needs of our people. 223 individuals successfully completed training in skills courses for the period July 2024 to June 2025, empowering themselves to create brighter futures for their families and communities. During our summer courses from July to August 2025, 300 individuals had their prior learning formally enhanced as part of their journey towards National Vocational Qualification Certification. These achievements are not just statistics. They represent determination, resilience, and the drive of our people to transform their lives through education.
And that was the Minister for Education, Octavia Alfred. A church service, radio addresses, book fair, beautification projects in Kulabistri, and graduation ceremonies are among the activities for Adult Education Month. Up next is news from the region and international.
It's in the feeling in our we talk. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things going. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come, let your rhythm flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now, news from the region. According to officials, an accident involving 2 armored vehicles in Haiti's capital left at least 2 people dead and 8 police officers from Kenya injured. The 1 dead and all those injured were part of a UN-backed mission fighting gangs in the troubled Caribbean country. The other fatality was a civilian, according to a statement from the mission's spokesman. 3 of those injured were in serious condition and airlifted to the neighboring Dominican Republic for treatment, authorities stated. Internationally, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi says he has had an insightful exchange with Russian President Vladimir Putin in the sidelines of a summit in China. The 2 leaders spent 45 minutes inside a Russian leader's car, after which Modi posted a picture of the journey alongside the compliment to Putin. The meeting came after scenes of hand-holding between the pair as they were hosted by China's Xi Jinping for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit, which is being seen as a challenge to U.S. President Donald Trump and U.S. dominance on a global level. This brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Flow's prepaid customers can now unlock big bonus rewards like bonus data, prizes, and more every time you activate a 3-day prepaid plan or larger. Activate a plan, then scratch to reveal your bonus data. Plus, get points for extra prizes. The more you activate, the more bonus data and prizes you can win. Get in on the big bonus rewards when you activate a prepaid plan. Dial *129# or visit topupflow.com to activate a plan today.
Well, good evening. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Evening Sports Report. Let's begin with cricket news. Kieran Pollard reminded everyone just how destructive he can be on his day. And Nicky P got his 2nd straight half-century as the Trinbago Knight Riders extended their lead at the top of the points table in the Republic Bank CPL, beating the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots this afternoon. For the Knight Riders, they got to a score of 179 for 6 batting first. Kieran Pollard smashed his 50 of just 21 balls. He ended with 65 of 28 deliveries with 8 big sixes. Nicholas Puran got 52 out of 37 balls. Darren Bravo added 21. Well, we had Jason Holder taking 2 for 25. Kyle Mayers 1 for 11 for the St. Kitts team. The Patriots in search of 180. They got a great start from Andre Fletcher and Evan Lewis. They put on 96 for the first wicket. Fletcher made 67, Evan Lewis 42. But the Patriots didn't fire in the back end of the innings as they could only get 167 for 6 in their 20 overs. Alec Athanaze added 19. Nathan Edward, he picked up 3 for 30 for the Knight Riders. The Knight Riders won that game by 12 runs. The win moves them to the top of the points table on 12 points.
First of all, I want to give Jesus all praise and thanks. What is pleasing for me is that we understood, the condition, understood what is going to happen. We felt like we would have lost the toss today, and there's a high chance we'd have to bat first on a wicket that would have some moisture as well. And we had to assess conditions. We know the Monners and Halesy due to field as well. Everything happened today, we actually spoke about it, and we felt like we just had to dig deep as much as possible. Obviously, a really good partnership with Polly and myself there. But for me, the most important thing today is that we understood that the power play was going to be tough for us, especially defending 180. And the bowlers tried to eliminate Fletcher and Evan as much as possible. And then the bowling outside the power play was incredible. From Usman, Sunil, Amir, and most importantly, Nathan. Nathan answered that call. We only win this game today because of Nathan.
No, brilliantly put. In fact, you mentioned Amir. How is he? How is Dre Ross?
Yeah, these guys will be fine. They are warriors. They've been playing with injuries and niggles for throughout their career. They're going to be fine.
And that's the Trinbago Knight Riders captain Nicholas Pura, and the Knight Riders with the win have also qualified for the playoffs. Meantime, the defeat leaves the Patriots stranded on 4 points after 8 matches, and they're in danger of not qualifying for the playoffs.
Yeah, I felt we were in the game, probably up to 32 overs of the game. Unfortunately, we weren't able to close the game out. Probably got stuck after probably like the 13th over mark, and then, just weren't able to get it going in the back end.
Well, with lots of questions around the batting order, you promoted Alec Athanaze up the order. Do you reckon that that was the play as opposed to a Kyle Mayers or a big hitter?
Yeah, I mean, at that stage, we just wanted to keep ticking over. We felt Alec was the guy to come in here and just tick it over. They didn't do a horrible job. Just probably a boundary or too short. But having said that, I still think we should have gotten over the line.
Yeah, it was close in the end. The next match for you will be an ultimate do or die, I guess. What's the frame of mind you take into that?
Look, we just got to play fearless cricket. We've got nothing to lose really from here. I think we just got to play some fearless cricket and play for some pride at least. We never know what can happen in terms of the table, so we still got to go there and put up a big effort.
St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots captain Jason Holder. Let's move on with some more sports this evening. Ali Shillingford let his fist do the talking as he needed just over a minute to get past his Grenadian opponent in the main event of Saturday night's boxing extravaganza at the Massac Indoor Facility, where Shillingford floored Tyler John twice in the first round, securing a knockout win, sending the crowd into a frenzy at the Massac Indoor Facility. Shillingford says despite scoring the knockout, however, he could have done a lot better.
Personally, I didn't feel fine. I don't think that I did my best. I changed my game plan along the way, which I should not have done. But I thank God, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, for giving me the grace to have the strength and the ability to win tonight for my country, for my name, for my family, for my coaches, and everybody else.
The match started off and you got an immediate knockdown. So how much do you think that helped you in terms of confidence?
I wasn't surprised. I thought he wasn't going to get up. When I saw he got up, it didn't help my confidence. It made me think that he had a chin, as we say in boxing. But I'm happy that I still get the win. Most importantly, happy that I put on a show. I did the best that I could, given the circumstances, and I just want to thank God. Thank God.
And how much do you think this victory is going to help you in your career as you want to move on as a boxer?
Well, I'm going all the way. My plan is to go all the way. Olympics, professional, and to be a world champion. I believe that's the plan for God. That's God's plan for my life. And it is unfortunate I didn't display the skills that I have, that the coaches put in me. We train hard, but a knockout is still a knockout, and I thank God anyway.
And that's the national boxer Ali Shillingford. Also secured an impressive victory was Donnell Cassell of Dominica as he scored a knockout win over Woodland George of Grenada.
I just went inside there, do what I love doing, and that's all.
What was the game plan, as you looked at your opponent? What do you think would have worked for you tonight?
Well, what would have worked for me tonight was more jabs, just to set up the punches. But he caught me, he caught me with a few shots, and I took the initiative to just counter with what I got.
But you hit him real hard in the end, which forced the referee to stop the fight.
That was a right hook to the head. That was it.
What are your goals moving forward?
To get comfortable with the ring, get comfortable with fights, and then start winning.
national boxer Donnell Kissel. Well, the night also featured a number of developmental bouts, and there was also another highlight match with the baseman of the Signal Band, Giovanni Green, taking on Chad Prosper, where Green was not successful in that bout. Meantime, President of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph, hailed the night a major success, but says that boxing is in need of help.
Overall, I want to thank the coach Macklin for helping me getting up. Macklin did a very good job with me. Coach Delroy will give us some little help. I want to thank him for that also. And the young men who come up and train every time in practice. I just want them to know that just the beginning. They should continue training, continue coming and train. And we can go far. You see a young team we have over 20, 30 boxers. But it's continuity and training. But for training to get better in Dominica, as you see, we have a ring there. That's a very small ring. The government or Olympics need to invest in us and give us a professional ring and give us a place where, as I always say, that Miss Melissa promised to give us a place in the Windsor back, and I feel that tonight we make a statement. So that statement will show them how serious we are. Over 40 young boxers in Dominica. All of them couldn't get fights, couldn't get fighters for them. These guys are hungry to fight, they're hungry to box and represent their country. But that's not all. We need help, we need help, we need help. We need people to come on board. Yeah, I want to say very, very clearly that the private sector helped us a lot. You see the advertisement they was giving us. We had over 20 or 21 different sponsors in the private sector, and to thank them for that. The government helped us, Olympics. But we want to go further than that. We want to go a little step further, get in a house where we could train and also get in a ring. Because this ring not qualify us to go anywhere. But just because the people that come to assess the bout and whatever, they'll give us a pardon. Because they see we're really trying to go further. But they tell us next time we can have no competition without a good ring. And we're trying to have a next ring in the next 2 months. That's the only way for us to get better, is having training constantly in our house and having fights every 2 months.
President of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph. Some more sports this evening. Dominica ended their disappointing run at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in Grenada with a win as the curtains came down on that tournament last night. Well, Dominica entered the final match against Anguilla with only 1 win out of their 7 games played. The national ladies, well, they came out on top, beating Anguilla 49-30 to end the competition with 2 wins. Well, Selena Langley was named the Dominica's MVP, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they reclaimed their championship. In some football news, a hat-trick from Gerald Laville helped the Do It Center Mighty Avengers return to winning ways as they hammered the Wayne George Academy as the DFA Division 1 League continued on the weekend. The Mighty Avengers took the match 6-0. Mighty Avengers head coach Karim Regis says his team, well, they were exciting throughout the match.
It was a good opportunity for us, as everyone in the football space know. We lost our previous game against South City 1-0, and as one of the better teams in the division, we had to come out and make a statement here tonight. Despite missing a few opportunities, the team showed some great composure. We moved the ball, and it's a 6-0 win, yes, but I was more impressed with the passages of play, the confidence in the passing. We worked on a lot of that in training, and I was telling the guys, good football doesn't go out of style. If we play good football, we can beat anybody.
Good football, yes, but I'm sure you must be concerned with the finishing.
Yeah, the finishing is something that we've been working on tirelessly, but it's one of those things that you can work on it, but it's just about the moment, and for the players and for us, well, we have to continue doing some of that. But I mean, at the end of the day, the guys did get through 6. Again, a lot of wastefulness at the front, and as I always tell the guys, that wastefulness can come back to haunt us, but it's something that we can continue to work on the training pitch. And I mean, well, given some of the circumstances, maybe some of the grounds, when we do a lot of shooting drills, we often fight in the elements, some of the pitches, but that's no excuse, and we have to do better, and hopefully we will be fully fired in time for the knockout rounds.
And that was the Do It Center Mighty Avengers head coach Karim Regis. Well, in other results from the weekend, there was also a 7-0 win for Bathurst State FC over Kensborough. And South City and the All Saints, they played to a 2-2 draw. Before we leave this evening, we can tell you that the West Indies Under-19 team, that's Arsenio Fontaine and the rest of the Under-19 West Indies team, will be in action tomorrow as they take on Sri Lanka in their second Youth ODI match in Antigua. Well, the West Indies Under-19 team, they're coming off a 12-run victory in the first game on the weekend. And we had the West Indies getting 256 batting first. Jonathan Van Lang, he got 83. Arsenio Fontaine got 19. And Sri Lanka, they were dismissed for 244. So the West Indies winning that game by 12 runs. And like we said, the two teams will meet again tomorrow morning in Antigua. First ball is at 9:30 a.m. And let's hope that Arsenio Fontaine can continue with his progress with the team and get a big score as they continue with preparations for the next ICC Men's Under-19 World Cup. Well, that's where we'll come to the end of the DBS Evening Sports Report. Some more sporting highlights for you tomorrow morning during the major morning newscast. You heard the news earlier on with Hassan Robinson. I brought you the sports on behalf of the entire news and sports department. Our links person, DJ Halo Boy, Gavin Richards, saying good evening.